All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to D's Divinity, D's Divine Tarot. Thank you for joining in with me today. Beautiful Divine Feminines. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back to all the former subscribers and welcome to all the new subscribers. Once again, thank you all for joining in with me today. As you see from the title of the video, we're going to go ahead and dive into this beautiful, beautiful Divine Feminine holistic health and healing energy. Yes? All right. Before we do though, it should go without saying, please check the description box for any information that you may want to need to know. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. As it states in the description box, these readings are intended to be timeless. Time and energy are fluid, meaning you could have already gone through it, currently going through it, and or this may be a prophetic message to come. If you decide to embrace and embody the energy or advice that Spirit has for you within the reading or readings, keep in mind that they are general. Not all may apply to you, and that's perfectly okay. Take what does, let the rest fly. It may be a message for someone else. Although we are heavily focused on the Divine Feminine aspect, keep in mind Divine Masculine is still within us, all right? So I do not subscribe to gender roles as far as male, female, but I will say he, she in reference to masculine and or feminine energy. Flip-flop yourself as you need to. If the shoe don't fit, please don't force it. Don't come to me talking about your feet, your toes, them curves hurt, because remember, I didn't do it, you did. All right, be self-aware, self-accountable, and you will never be led astray as long as you use your free will and discernment. All righty. I'm also big on numerology, so whether or not I call it out, but if and when I do, I intend for it to possibly resonate with your life path number, the day or month you're born, maybe even the house in your natal chart that you want to pay particular attention to. It could just be confirmation, especially if you're drawn to it. Again, whether or not I call it out, it may be a confirmation for you to pay particular attention, or that this has already happened in your life. Okay? All right. I think that's it. With all that being said too, we are utilizing, and I kind of switched it up a little bit. We're going to do it a little bit different this week. But anyway, we're utilizing the Herbcrafer's Tarot as well as the Moonology Oracle, okay? And I'm just going to use this to see how, what messages of guidance Spirit has for you going forward, okay? Yeah. And let's see, I think that's it though. Let's get a quick word of prayer so we can get into this. To the Most High, Heavenly and Divine, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, I come to you first and foremost saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for waking me up this morning and moving me in my purpose. Thank you for leading and guiding me. Thank you for being the voice of reason. Thank you for the insight, the clarity, the awareness. Thank you for the voice and the tongue, the power of the mighty tongue. Thank you for removing me and ego and allowing any and everything that you intend for the viewer to hear to uplift, enlighten, strengthen, protect, nourish, nurture. Even if it hurts, we know that it's all for our soul's growth, and that is why we thank you. We cannot thank you enough. I pray that whatever the viewer needs, that it is gained and then some. Open them up to receive. Help us to clear out any blockages that are keeping us from that receptivity. Again, all these blessings I come and ask and give thanks. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe all. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? All right, you guys, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has for us today. Let's see, what do you have for the Divine Feminine today? The Divine Feminine today. Thank you. We have the beautiful, oh wow. All right, y'all. We have the Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles, which is Slippery Elm, and the Curandera of Fire, which is Damiana. Whew. Give me a minute. There's definitely something with the number 5. I'm getting 55, 555. There's something with the star energy. Okay, the 5 the pentagram, the pentacle, something of that nature. It's interesting because I'm not even getting the Five of Earth in this as normally depicted, if that makes any sense at all. It's like, you know, because normally the Five of Earth is like that, left out in the cold, you know, feeling rejected, if you will, maybe at a loss, whatever, right? A little of more of the negative connotations. I'm seeing this, especially coupled with this curandera fire, as beautiful energy. It's like growth, healing. It's like everything opposite of the negative connotations generally presented in the Five of Earth. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you see here, you got these, it looks like, I took it as a tree when I first saw it. It's like it's rooted, it's trying to grow. There's potential for growth, which is all about the five energy. And that's why I'm feeling that five energy heavily. You know what I mean? And even the way that the curandera, this is the king of fire. But honestly, it's a little ambiguous because, I mean, these hands could be feminine or masculine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gathering more feminine, just mainly because, you know, the adornments, her nails are painted, whatever. But King of Fire really is masculine energy. But you got to understand, with the way that her hands are with this triangle, it's a balance of the two. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I get the ambiguity in it. And whoever, doesn't matter, masculine or feminine, they've put in work. They've done their, I take it as in this card, somebody is doing their rituals, is doing their healing work. You know what I mean? It's paying homage, like before their altar, whatever, however you want to look at that. I'm getting Leo energy strong. It's something about that flower in the picture back there, screaming solar plexus chakra. But again, it could be Aries even, you know, or Sage, but Leo or Aries more. I just noticed this little mermaid statue or whatever this is right there. I know y'all barely can see it, but I don't know. To me, that's like, I heard transformation, and then I heard, because it's like they kind of, it's a like shapeshift type of energy. I don't know, y'all doing some miraculous changes, and that's why I feel like it's so much growth. You're coming into your power is what I feel. Even for me to say, because that triangle that that I talked about, the stability with, the way she has her hands, it's like it's bringing me to this house. And so there may be growth in the home. You may even be moving, and for me to say transformation or shape-shifting, you may be changing up your home or moving homes or something like that. But you may be doing actual like physical, literal changes and remodel to your home. I don't know. But I do see the potential for it to be very, very, very marvelous. Some of y'all, like, speaking about the remodeling of the home, that may be your passion, because with this King of Fire, that's straight, like, so much passion and energy, something you love or may have always seen yourself doing, you know what I mean? Even if it's just a hobby. But I see it being potentially lucrative with this Five of Earth. And I'm glad that, you know, you're going to be coming out on the other side, if you will, you know? I don't know. That's beautiful energy. Okay. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have, see, I'm telling you, the change. This done came out so many times, I feel like. But it's like you're moving on to bigger and better, to what's better, best for you, what's highest good for you, you know, whoever this is. Valerian, and this is Piscean energy. Maybe even Scorpionic. I do get Scorpionic energy too. But it could be any water sign or not, you know. Doesn't really matter. And continuing with those rituals, that tea, you may want to do the Valerian tea, like for real, to help you through this, you know. Let's see, what is this about? What is the messages of guidance that you have going forward? Thank you. Whoa. Whoa. Maybe having so many for you. Uh-oh. The first one on top is nothing will come of this situation, and that's obviously why you're walking away. Whatever that was, it could be, you know, when me saying originally from it's the void, of course, moon, but with me saying, what did I say? The negative connotations behind that Five of Earth, you know, the rejected, left out in the cold, blah blah blah. Like, you very well may have experienced that, but that's what showed you that, okay, it's time to do me. It's time to move on. You know what I mean? It's time to follow my passion, my heart, my dreams, my desires, because maybe it was stuck and stagnant and stifled here, you know? I do get that, because you had to open that window to even get some fresh air, fresh, can't talk, fresh views, fresh new ideas. You know what I mean? Fresh inspiration. It's like you opened up the portal to this King of Fire energy to come in. Good for you. And look, speaking of King of Fire, I told you, Aries, a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So it's time to release. You may want to really utilize this energy, because there's no coincidence with that curandera of fire and this to come out. And then even both of these, I mean, I'm getting full moon energy here in the Eight of Water, and this void of course moon is like, that's the opportune time to release any of these, whatever it is may be, you know, especially if it's that negative energy. Release any and all of that that's not serving you anymore. Okay. Come on, stay up there for me. And then let me know I'm going to need this, and I hope it don't go out of frame. All right. Look, I mean, I didn't even see this, and that's, I didn't. I'm telling you, what do you need to release? The waning moon, and do it with this full moon too, you know? This is, anytime I get like the winter, you know, especially with the snow, it's like purification, release, like it says. I also get the energy of going through the dark night of the soul. Y'all know what that is. If you don't by now, it's exactly what's basically being said here. Going deep within to really evaluate and reflect on what is no longer serving you. What can you release? What can you get rid of in order to move in your purpose, in order to go for what it is you're inspired to do and be, you know? And it can always change. That's why, you know, with that shape-shifting mermaid energy, it can always change, and that's okay. All right. It says take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. This I heard meditate. As soon as I started reading, I heard meditate. So really take your time. Okay. Be gentle and easy with yourself. I tell y'all that all the time. It's not a race. Matter of fact, it's a marathon. You know what I mean? I guess I should say it's not a sprint, but come on, y'all, work with me now. All right. Bottom of the deck we have, ooh, what I say? You are growing in your power, and it's time for you to show yourself. And I told you something about that healing, that star energy, and this is Aquarius, baby. And if you don't release, well, she's like she's bathing herself in these anointed waters, is what I'm hearing. She's cleansing her soul. Exactly perfect, coming out of dark night of the soul, and after you release, and then it's time to meditate, to heal, to rejuvenate. You know what I'm saying? Ooh-wee. All right, I love it. Love it. You're gonna need this break, this rest, this time out, basically. Okay, so let's see. I guess, look, I turned right to the curandera, so that's where we're gonna start. I will read to you the introduction. Before each section, she has, you know, like telling you a little bit about each group, and she does it a little bit differently, and I actually like it, where she groups it by number, you know what I mean? And she goes into a lot of the numerology, or even the group, you know, as a whole, like as the king or curandera, the queen, madre, you know, the hija page, what's the other one? Did I forget the other chord? Adelita. There we go. And that's the knights. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, the numbers are separated. Anyway, it's for the curanderas, it's healers. And it's wisdom, legacy, counsel. It says, the curandera cards features ancient herbs that have been used by humans for centuries. They are plants that have medicine, particularly valuable for elder women, but are useful for people of all ages. The plants themselves are established and well known. The herbs of the curandera cards are vehicles for stories. They highlight the herb crafter's role as keeper of secrets. They invite her to explore the world by listening for magic. And that's interesting, because I do feel like, it's crazy, because I do feel like this deck is focused, really, is more divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? Even though, obviously, with traditional tarot, like I was just trying to equate the curandera to the king. But no, these are all feminine names. Madre, Adelita, and even hija. You know what I'm saying? All the court cards are feminine names, right? And as she just told you, these are more focused towards elder women. But again, you know, we no offense to the males, but we held the power. You know what I mean? Like, what do you call it? Because I don't think I want to say traditionally, but it's like historically, right? But again, they try to erase history. You know what I'm saying? They don't, and you know, they've since transitioned it into a matriarchal society. But I mean, excuse me, patriarchal society. But the tables are turning yet again. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. But what I said that to say that women were traditionally the ones, the leaders, the rulers, the ones in power, the healers, the shamans, the not saying that males couldn't do it and aren't, because there obviously are, but I'm just saying that was the feminine role. You understand? So it's powerful, and I love that she did that. You know, kept that history, that ancient history. The curanderos correspond to kings in traditional tarot. They represent faith in the mysterious. They approach adventures with kindness and curiosity about the outcome. The curanderos call us to a time of trust and respond to questions with, quote, maybe so, end quote, linked to the initiation that began with deeper areas of study in the sevens. They represent the fulfillment of linked to the initiation that began with deeper areas of study in the sevens. They represent the fulfillment of the Herbcrafter's higher calling. They are the keepers of elements, showing us how to preserve and protect what we value. As guides, they offer the gift of wisdom. Wow, okay. It's something about that protection energy too. Maybe you are, because I'm telling you, her hands, the way it's set up is exactly this home to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like protecting your home, which can be about this earth energy. You understand what I mean? So, but you are very much so protected, right? All right, so let's see. This is fire. So, Damiana. It says, love yourself. And in parentheses, they have, old ain't dead. That's cute. It says, indulge yourself with sensual bliss. Come home to pleasure, power, and passion. I love that. All right, so let me just see what kind of jumps out at me. So it is a woman. It says, an elder woman places her hands upon the table, making the shape of a sacred triangle, the gateway to life. The curandera of fire defies conventional norms. She remains whole unto herself, wild and free. She is a champion of female sexual power. She understands the importance of self-love rituals. Just as Damiana ignites passion, she adores the power of human desire and welcomes sensuality of all kinds. What did I say? She knows a passionate life comes from living what you love. Thus, she honors her creative cauldron with luxurious ceremony. She says, quote, delight in yourself, end quote. I love that. People are drawn to her vivacious personality. Why I can't read, I don't know. Her counsel brings pleasure and inspires direct action. So if you wanted to craft with the curandera of fire, it says, restore exhausted dreams and pleasures. What I tell y'all? Make Damiana incense to awaken your senses. And then it says, honor your inner power. Build a self-love altar and create a sensual ceremony. And finally, indulge in passionate bliss. Make Damiana chocolate liqueur. Share it with a lover or keep it to yourself. All right now. All right. Let's get on back here to the, I guess the 5. These are threats, conflict, adversity. And I won't go all into it, but it just says, the first sentence that stands out, it says, the challenge the Herbcrafter faces in the second mini-drama comes from the larger world beyond herself, and she has created a sanctuary with the 4s in her own garden, but she sees threats from the outside world to these beloved botanicals, because she talks about, earlier, the paragraph before, she talks about the fact that the plants in the 5s are almost extinct. You know what I'm saying? They're endangered because of, deforestation, over, population, whatever, right? So, and it's very, very interesting because I want to say it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before, when I did read quite a bit more, I said, it's a metaphor for you. You know what I'm saying? Whoever this has to do with, it's like, you're rare. You, like, maybe your energy is becoming extinct. You know what I'm saying? To those who really maybe were energy vampires, or, you know, the ones who you feel left you out in the cold, the ones who you are now walking away from. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really symbolic. So you can take it at face value for her just speaking of the herbs in general, or, you know, obviously it's all about energy. So like I said, it's, even if it's directly associated with the herb, it's still associated with whoever is in this or feeling this energy. You know what I mean? Okay, moving on. 5 of Earth, slippery elm. It says, soothe the pain of those in need. Even the wounded can heal. You have the skills it takes to survive any crisis. Okay. Okay, it says, and I didn't even notice that, but it says, okay, let me just read it to you. A slippery elm sapling sits in the empty yard of a beloved home that has white paint chipping from its sides and boarded up windows. Wind supports are in place and the tender trunk is protected from deer by a circle of bamboo. The home is old and in need of repair, but it is sturdy. The old black chairs rock in the wind. Economic and physical hardship may cause stress. Setbacks can take you by surprise and reduce vitality. Alienation from your support system compounds the issue. While slippery elm is a valued botanical, for the first few years of life, the bark provides medicine for inflammation and materials for baskets. Its health is threatened by Dutch elm disease. All trees eventually become susceptible. Slippery elm teaches that even in hard times, we have access to our resources if we do not lose faith. You have the skills to protect what remains and make it through this crisis. Create a warm and comforting place to hold up while your situation improves. Oh my God, what did I say? I think I said it a lot with these over here. But it's like, let it go, walk away, release, and then take time out to heal, breathe, meditate. You know what I mean? Protect yourself. Because I told you it's the energy of protection here. Okay, so if you're crafting with the 5 of Earth, it says, take slippery elm lozenges to soothe the stomach upset by worry and stress. Honor the gifts of slippery elm. Support United Plant Savers' efforts to protect this plant. And then take a wild skills class and learn to make containers from slippery elm bark. Okay? All right, moving on to 8 of Water. Valerian, and it says the 8s are roots, tenacity, empowerment, and it says they can be difficult to grow. Like the trees, they must establish themselves for several years before they can be sustainably harvested. The roots are collected in the fall when it's cold and wet, and we must work to gain access to their medicine. It's a lot. And like, even with the 8 of Water in general, it's been a long time coming. You know what I mean? And it's probably, you probably taken a whole lot before you finally decided to leave, to open that window, you know, to get some fresh air, fresh perspective. But it's necessary. It says the final mini drama presents an internal challenge. The Herbcrafter has accepted her higher calling from the trees, but now questions her ability to fulfill her destiny. The herbs of the 8s pull her into a deeper inquiry as she confronts her relationship to her own nature. She will be faced with speaking her truth, trusting her instincts, walking away, and restoring her self-worth. Her weaknesses become her allies, her weaknesses become allies that, as she gets to the root of each one, ground and strengthen her for the challenges ahead. The 8 spark action that leads to true self-awareness, and that's powerful because I told y'all it's leading right into that kurandera of fire. And they already told you there to get into your sensual essence, that divine feminine essence. You know what I'm saying? Healing, nurturing, and taking care of yourself, loving yourself. All right. Let's see. So the 8 of Water, Valerian, it says, seek the depths of rest. And quote, sleep is the best meditation, end quote. I'm telling you. I got with the take time to breathe. Take time to breathe out. I got meditation. And that's from the Dalai Lama. Sleep is the best meditation, okay? Relax, recover, recuperate. I told y'all that. So it says, the full moon shines through a small window, illuminating the mountains beyond. Exhaustion makes the simplest things feel insurmountable. You may be overextended and weary. Do you need to step away from commitments? Invite time for retreat. Like the calming energy of this sanctuary, pull back from it all. Be still and recuperate. Valerian is a valuable tea for those who struggle to rest and relax. If the lack of control over the situation has led to constant anxiety, Invite sleep and consult the dream time. Valerian is a pungent medicine. Slowing down may not be a pleasant experience at first, but it is the only way to become strong again. You have to rejuvenate. You have to replenish, If you want to craft with the 8 of water, it says drink valerian tea for deep, restful sleep. Carry valerian root in a magic vial to settle anxiety. Great time for a personal retreat. Even a staycation can be rejuvenating. That is facts. All right. All right, now let's move on to the Moonology because they got quite a bit too, and let's see where we are. I think we should be okay on time. But let me find these really quickly and then I'll come back. All right, you guys, it took me a little longer. I know you ain't gonna tell by the video, but it did, and I was sitting here thinking, how should I present these? But honestly, because I was gonna go in order as they come in the book, and then I was like, maybe we should go backwards. But I don't know. I'm just gonna go, I guess, the way that they came out, right? Because there's something to that. So the first one, nothing will come of the situation, pages 102, 103. In a form of astrology known as orrery, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news, depending on what you are asking. For example, if you are worried about something, whatever it is, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and beliefs. And I'm telling y'all, because there's no coincidence it came out even beside this code on that of fire, and I'm telling you, some kind of shape-shifting energy. And like I said already, it's okay if your desires, your passions change. That is okay. That's growth. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. But that's why I be telling people, that's one of the reasons I really don't care to give timing, because that's, first of all, it's irrelevant. There's no such thing as time. You understand? However, and no, not even however, plus, because of what I just said, it can change. You know what I mean? Depending on what you do, depending on your energy, your beliefs, and your actions, right? Because we talking about putting stuff into action right here, right? So depending on all of that, the timing can change. And so I don't really feel like I want to give somebody false hope, because if you do nothing at all, then it's gonna stay stagnant and nothing's gonna move. You know what I mean? So I could tell you 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 years, whatever, and it may be 4. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't do nothing. So anyway, attuned to the moon. It says, I trust in my highest good. And that's an affirmation you can say to yourself, especially in this energy, okay? And then additional meanings. The chances of something are diminishing. Something better may be around the corner, and I for sure feel that because of this 8 of water, okay? And believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. Oh my God. Okay, that just clarified. I'm gonna go backwards because the next card that we're gonna read is what do you need to release, okay? But anyway, and then it says the teaching. The main definition of a void of course moon is when the moon won't make a major connection with any other planets until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is to chant the Sanskrit words. Om Namo Naranyani. I think that's how you say it. I'll try to remember to put it across the screen or something. Om Namo Narayani, which means I surrender to the divine. Okay? A void of course moon is time to just be. All right, let me go on to do what do you need to release, and then I'm gonna do that take time out, and then the fiery climax, okay? And then the bottom of the deck. So it says, what do you need to release? Pages 100 and 102. The waning moon. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle, so what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard, and I truly feel that. Okay? You can utilize this way if you're tuning to the moon. It says it's safe to let go and move on. Okay, tell yourself that however long you need to. Additional meanings: move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. They keep stressing that meditation. Okay. The teaching. At the time of waning cycle, take a moment to look up in the skies every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase, so hunker down and start the regeneration process. Okay? Alright, now going to take time to breathe out, which is on pages 34 and 35. Take time to breathe out the disseminating moon. The intensity of the full moon has abated, and what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked, and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now, and give yourself and others time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now's the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself. If you feel bad about your current situation, and that's what I say. Be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your current situation, and then remind yourself that life goes on, or goes in cycles, but goes on too. Okay. When you're tuning to the moon, it says, "I am where I am, and it's okay." Additional meanings. You should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else. Avoid falling into a slump. The teaching. The disseminating moon is the first moon phase after the explosion of energy that comes. Wow. That's why it's going in this order, because it's coming after that full moon in Aries. Oh my, because it says it's the explosion of energy that comes with the full moon. No matter when you pick this card, it suggests you're at a more tranquil point in the life cycle of whatever situation you're asking about. This is not the ideal time to start something new. The disseminating moon is a time to breathe out. Give yourself some time off and think about what has passed. Alright. And now we'll do the fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries, pages 68 and 69. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created the situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming, and it could be fiery. When you're tuning to the moon, it says, be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Additional meanings for this card. Being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod. Roughshod? I don't know what that means, but it sounds harsh. You know what I'm saying? It says, being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. In parentheses, it says, sorry, but this could be the issue. And then finally it says, you need to have more fun. The teaching. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. Alright, and finally, bottom of the deck. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius, pages 88 and 89. And wow, those 8s are screaming to me. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, This card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, you're being too aloof or detached. Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming for you. When you attune to the moon, it says, be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Okay? Additional meanings. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. A friend needs you. Be there for them. The situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. And then teaching. Every full moon is a time to release and let go, but the addition of Aquarian energy to the mix triples that message. And look, I mean, that's why they both at the bottom of the deck. That's no coincidence. Okay? Because Eight of Water is about letting go, surrendering, and moving on, you know? Aquarius is the opposite of clingy, and pulling this card at any time suggests either you need to let go or someone is thinking they are the ones who need to let go, perhaps of you. What needs to go? What is the right thing to do? Whatever happens next could be highly unconventional or unexpected, and that's where that's crazy, because it's bringing me back to that. You know what I'm saying? They did say it may turn rather quickly, right? I don't know though. I do feel like it's beautiful energy. Just if you are the one being clingy and holding on, I mean, obviously the advice here is to release, let go, move on. You know what I mean? But give yourself the proper rest and space to just be, like it said, you know? There's no rush. I guess that's why I kept getting it. There's no rush here. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It really is. And understand, you're going to go through cycles. You're going to go through the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs. In between, it may seem like or feel like you're in a stuck place, or, you know, it's stagnant. Things are not moving, but trust and believe, honey. As long as you put in the work, as long as you even put in the work, don't mean you got to do like the Aries, right? Putting in the work means sitting back, relaxing, right? Like I said, taking care of yourself, being in that divine feminine energy of receptivity. You ain't got to do nothing. You're already doing it. You know what I mean? Mentally, emotionally, you already doing it, okay? Anyways, that is what I had. I know we don't went long enough. I pray that it resonates for you. If it does, oh my, I hope it didn't cut us off. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize we were even this long into it. But anyways, yeah, y'all know what to do. You know, if it does resonate with you, leave your comments and testimonies down below. You never know how this may help someone grow, especially including yourself. Whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. It truly helps, and I definitely appreciate it. So thank you. If you're joining me for another day, you can check the link in the description box below. I will see you there. If not, take care. Love you anyway. Okay? Until the next one, y'all be easy. Please take heed to the advice. Okay? Or share the wealth if this is not you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, until the next one, y'all. I love you and I thank you once again. Peace.